We're going to hear a little bit about how boating is evolving, really focusing on ownership, so how people are using and owning boats in different ways. And to give us some insights, we've got Nicky Vaux. Nice to see you, Nicky.
Nice to see you, Ben.
So do you want to introduce yourself, just so everybody has a bit of context about your background and what you do?
Sure. So my name's Nicky Vaux. I'm the boat princess. I own a couple of marinas in Australia. I own 3 boat clubs in Australia, Freedom Boat Clubs, and I also have quite a few boats.
Good. I think a lot of people in the industry also, we just work really hard so we can buy a boat, so yeah.
Exactly right.
So there's quite a lot of change in terms of boat ownership. We're seeing a younger demographic kind of come into the market, but unlike what used to happen years and years ago, they're coming in with quite a lot of new money. Their first boat purchase might be bigger.
Much bigger.
Yeah, rather than kind of accessing little dinghies and small yachts, they're just going for it.
Yeah.
But then also we've got things like shared ownership, subscription ownership, syndication coming up. So what kind of things are you seeing, particularly in the Australia market, and then also just generally around the industry?
Well, what's really interesting is there's been some super yacht purchases, first time boat. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And big boats, 75, 80 feet boats as the first purchase. That's because of the sort of money that comes in with a tech sale.
Yeah.
And they've suddenly got a huge amount of money and they want to buy something like that. So they go straight into it. You know, they don't do the traditional ownership, which is dinghy, slightly bigger boat, slightly bigger boat, slightly bigger boat, end up with a big boat. So that's not happening so much anymore. And there's also so many options now for boat ownership styles. So whereas it used to be you either buy a boat or you don't, now there's a whole bunch of different ways to go boating. So there's boat clubs where you join a club, you pay a membership fee to join the club, and then you pay a monthly fee to use boats. Yeah. Some of those clubs might have different styles of boats within that club membership. Some of them just have one style of boat available. Some of them have, like Freedom Boat Club is multiple all over the world. So once you join the club in one place, you can then go boating all over the world.
Yeah,
so,
I suppose the big focus there is the boat is looked after for you. So it's that hands-off, easy access boating. So you don't turn up and your battery's flat, or you need to replace this part, or something doesn't work, and that's a big pain point.
Yeah.
So that's all done for you. Yeah. Okay, there's a little bit of a cost there, but at the same time, you don't need the amount of capital initially to go and buy your own boat.
Exactly, and that's the fundamental difference between boat club, you know exactly what you're up for every month because you've got no ownership of the boat whatsoever.
So you know what the costs are going to be.
You know exactly what it's going to be. Boat syndication, slightly different. Boat syndication, there is a lump sum that you pay up front, and that is for part of the boat. So you might own a tenth of the boat. So what that makes available is, say it's a $1.2 million boat, 10 people go into that. There's plenty of people that can do the 1.2 million, but not as many who can do the 120,000.
Yeah.
So the 120,000 is in. You then own a tenth of that boat, but that does mean you've got costs for the tenth of that boat as well. And because it's a boat, you don't necessarily know what they're going to be. Yeah. So with a boat club, you know exactly what you're up for monthly. With boat syndication, you're up for a lot less than boat ownership, but it is varied. But in both of those cases, you've got perfect for time poor people because you rock up to the boat, it's ready to go. It's been cleaned, it's been fueled, it's been tank emptied, everything for you. So you just literally rock up and go.
And with the boat syndication, what kind of demographic do you see buying into a program like that compared to club ownership or straightforward ownership?
Syndication tends to be lawyers, doctors, so professionals. Haven't got much time on their hands, don't really understand boats, but they want the boating lifestyle. Syndication works really, really well for that professional level.
Yeah, and where do you think things are going? So next few years, in terms of, I suppose, people that are not necessarily selling boats right now. I'm thinking people like marina owners and operators. What kind of opportunities are they looking at doing to facilitate boaters like this, and I suppose make their resort, their destination, or more busy, buzzing, and obviously more lucrative venture for them?
Well, this is the interesting thing about boat club and boat syndication versus boat owner. Boat club and boat syndication, the people in that tend to come to the marina as a destination, and they want a cafe or a restaurant, and they want easy parking, and they want other facilities available at the marina because they tend to use those. Whereas the boat owner will go down to their boat with their gear and their food and their drinks for the next few days. They will jump on the boat and they will disappear from the marina.
Right.
So it's a completely different usage. So as marina owners, if you're trying to get more activation in your marina, then encouraging a boat club to be there and encouraging boat syndication to be there can really help that other revenue that you're trying to achieve.
Because then you've got other people or more people coming to the marina who might want different things, but then also the way they behave and interact with all the facilities is different as well.
Completely different. Completely different people. And what's wonderful about the clubs and the syndication also is it brings in people into boating that might not have
accessibility
before. Accessibility in terms of cost, but also we're taking away that barrier of, oh, I don't know how to look after a boat.
It's knowledge, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's done for you. I don't need the expertise on what a bilge pump is or how to clean the boat, maintain it, or winterizing and whatever else. So they don't need to know it. They don't have to have that confidence of, I grew up around boats.
Correct.
To then purchase one or get involved in boating.
Yeah, and not only that, how to drive it, because with clubs and syndication, they provide training. So that allows people come into boating quite easily. And I always refer to clubs and syndication as nurseries for boat owners, because they will get to a point, especially later in life, when they're like, okay, I've had enough of not getting full access, or I want to leave stuff on the boat.
They'll be ready, right?
Yeah, and then they'll say, okay, I'm ready for my own boat now.
Yeah.
So I feel that clubs and syndication are fantastic for bringing people into boating, and then they'll move on to boat ownership.
Hey, super. Thank you very much for your insights,
It's
Nicky.
a pleasure.
Everybody, if you enjoy content like this, make sure you're following here to see plenty more of it. Outside of that, I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.